All right, we good. How you doing?
I'm good. How you been?
Man, I've been blessed. No complaints. How's your family doing? How your kids doing?
They all good. Everybody good.
Well, look, you've been working despite this pandemic. I see you been popping up at shows and still traveling and getting out there. You put out that joint with you and Kevin Gates that went crazy, and then this can't be record. Like, okay, I heard it a couple of days ago when you teased it on your IG,
Uh-huh.
and I kept on like putting it on repeat and stuff and playing that little clip over. I was like, wait a minute, did she just sample that Beanie Man and my joint? And I was like, she got one right there. She got one. I was very excited. I hit like big up and everybody. I was like, yo, she got one. I got to do an interview with her about this song.
I'm excited about it for real, honestly. I think it's gonna be like a good summertime song.
I think so. I think so too. Let's talk about it because this is different for you. You know,
Yeah.
this is different from like your normal stuff that you've been putting out. How did this one come together?
The loopholes had actually had the beat and we were going through some beats in the studio one day. And of course, like that sample gonna stick out to anybody who, know music from that era. So I'm like, hold on, what is this? So when I heard it, I was like, I have to do it. I don't know what I'm finna do to it, but I gotta do it. And we all was in the studio and it just kind of like, I kind of just went in the booth and just came up with what I came up with. Now, what made me want to be melodic? I have no idea. I have no idea. Because I feel like the context is still like Big Rennie. I'm still kind of like myself as far as the context of the song, but with like a softer approach.
It sounded really good. Like I was really impressed because again, like you said, it was you. It was still Big Rennie, but the what I'm saying, like that shit you was still talking your shit.
It's like a good different. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like so I feel like a man would listen to the song and really be vibing with it and not even realize that I'm telling him like I still ain't really trying to cuff you.
that was me the first couple of times I heard it. I was just vibing to it. I'm like, oh, this joint is saying. I was like, wait a minute, wait a minute. I had to really listen to what you were saying. Like, oh, she talking that shit still.
It's a feel good thing. It's a feel good thing.
So when you heard like the finished song and the finished product, what was your first thoughts?
I mean, I thought it was gonna be big. Just one, because the sample alone holds so much weight. Like, you know, it's gonna be familiar to a lot of people already. Just hearing that, and then like the vibe of it is just like fun, and it's we all like the world different right now. You know what I'm saying? So music really has like a big impact. So if you can make something that will make people like, even if it's for 2 minutes, just have a good time and forget everything else that's going on, then you doing something. And I feel like that song gave that vibe.
It definitely did. So does this mean we're gonna hear more songs like that? Are we gonna hear some more melodic Rennie?
Yeah, yeah. She
Okay.
playing in that bag a little bit.
That bag sound good on you though. I mean, we want the classic Rennie, but that bag sound really good.
Everybody's been saying that. They're like, "Oh, this is your sound. Like this sounds so good."
It sounds really good. So I mean, we don't want you to get away from the classic stuff, but like, we
We
want
got to
some.
throw some of that in there.
We
We
got
got
we
to
got to throw
sprinkle it on
some,
the top.
yes, because it was again, you was still talking your shit. We got to talk about the video too, directed by my girl Des Gray, the very talented Des Gray. You was
This is
looking
amazing.
real bossy in there, man. Like that looked like one of those $1 million shoots. The way y'all had it all laid out.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Well, Des found the location and everything. And I reached out to Des right before the Kevin Gates video. She shot the Kevin Gates video as well. And I was familiar with her work and I had been trying to work with her for a while, but it was kind of slow. So we weren't really shooting videos and things like that during the pandemic. Of course, we still in one. So now it's like, you know what? We just got to figure it out. But I want to work with her. Like, this is who I really want to work with. So we did the Hands on Your Knees video and it came out great. Like, wonderful. This one, I feel like we went from one level to a whole nother level. We pulled up to the location. I'm like, oh, Des, you popping your shit. Like, you really popping your shit. And then I have a great team now, Terrence Davison is doing my hair. We got Daniel as my stylist. The makeup artist who was there, she's in Miami. Her name is Nardia. She was amazing. And I feel like the team really helped execute the video so well, because if one thing is off, it's not gonna be good. Like you can have like a bomb ass location, but oh, her hair fucked up or her makeup ain't right. Like, what's going on right here? What's up with the outfits? It's like you can't say that about anything in the video. So it just took it to a whole nother level. Like the looks was on point, the concept was on point. Like I really enjoyed shooting that video. We shot that video in a day.
One day, that's all it took? Wow. That's crazy. Man, that video is amazing. I'm really excited for the song. I'm really excited for you. You really navigated this pandemic well, because again, I saw you moving around. I saw you out there. That freestyle that you did, that amp freestyle that you did that went viral and whatnot, that was crazy. How did you have to adjust with everything that went on, like for this full year now? Because we've been in the pandemic for a full year.
In the beginning, I wasn't really trying to adjust. I was actually enjoying being home because, like, you know, most people know, or my fans know, you know, I travel back and forth from Atlanta to South Carolina a lot. My kids were here in Atlanta and then they went back to South Carolina, you know, so I travel back and forth a lot. So to be able to sit still during that time and actually just be in South Carolina with my kids for a few months and like catch up on a lot of quality time that I kind of been missing, I was really enjoying that. But then it got to the point where it's like, hold on, we really ain't gonna go back to work. Like we got to figure something out. And that's when it was like, all right, so my first thing was, let's lock in the studio. Let's like get as much music as we can made, you know, because that was the easiest thing to do. Clubs wasn't open, you know, but you could still go to a studio. Hell, if you was lucky enough, you had an engineer who you knew and you could call, or maybe a studio set up at home or somebody you know with one. So it was all about like that part, like still being creative, like not letting the situation, you know, make you stagnant or block out your creativity. That was the first step. The second step was like a little while on, like, all right, how we gonna get some money? Like we need to get back to work. Cause you got money, but everybody know, like during the pandemic, you didn't make nothing was coming in. So you spending. And you know, we got responsibilities. It's like, all right, we got to find something to do to bring it back in.
That's real.
As soon as we could do small events, online events, anything to like keep it, to find some type of way to, even when if we can't do shows right now, when we can, like have a buzz still going to where people want to book you. That was my angle. And once it started, we want you here, we want you there. All right, I'm gonna come, but make sure nobody in my sections, and make sure, you know, you got to put them stipulations on it because we still got to be safe.
I know that's right. And, you know, one thing I appreciate really about you is just how transparent you are, how real you are, because there have been a lot of rappers and artists that have been capping out there that's like, oh, you know, I'm still good and holding up the money and whatnot. It's fronting like, yo, everything is cool. But it's just like, no, it's real. Like with them shows and stuff, you got to figure some stuff out, and you really navigated that. So I appreciate you sharing that.
I think a lot of artists should be more transparent about, you know, the financial situation of being an artist. Yeah, you may have a lot of money and you may be very well off, but in a situation like the one we in, say it went on for another year, another 2 years, where you really have nothing coming in, you would not be having that same conversation. My thing is, I want to catch it before I feel like I need to catch it. Like I want to be prepared before. I might not be fucked up, but I'm gonna act like I'm fucked up so I can still, you know, we still got to get it. Like spending money and not bringing nothing in, and knowing I got 2 kids to still provide for, and we don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Like that's always an issue for me. Even when I know I got jobs coming, or before the pandemic, like that's always how I'm thinking. I don't have enough. I need to make sure I get some more.
So real, so real. So what does the rest of the year look like for you?
Well, the album is getting ready to drop. I'm really excited about
Hey,
that. More visuals. I think the last time me and you talked, I was supposed to be getting ready to drop Real Rich Radio, but then I ended up putting out Quick Tape right when the pandemic started. And I'm thankful for like that. I'm thankful for putting out Quick Tape instead of putting out an album, because it again gave me so much more time to grow as an artist. We got hits like this. We got things like Hands on Your Knees. Like it's so much more on there. So I feel like the album that I'll be delivering now is like a true album.
Can't wait for it. Definitely can't wait, especially if this is like the sample and stuff, or the last few songs you put out. Or those are the samples. I can't wait for the rest of the project. We're excited about it over here.
No, it's gonna be
For
crazy.
real.
It's 17 songs right now.
Damn. Okay.
And it was so
Okay.
hard to get to 17. It was like, no, let's put 25. Let's put 20. Like, it was like, I'm like, it's an album. Like, let's not cheat the people.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it sounds like you have enough left over for a deluxe edition.
Yeah, that's a thought. That's a thought.
Yeah,
We're thinking about that.
You're gonna have to drop that deluxe like 4 to 6 weeks later. That's the move right there. You know what I'm saying? Give us like 8 or 10 extra songs.
It could be a cool 10 for real, easy.
Yeah. Nah, definitely looking forward to that. All right, well, I'm gonna wrap it up with like my top 5 faves. These are just my rapid fire questions so people can know more about you outside of the music and everything else. So what's your favorite food of all time?
Of all time, cornbread.
You definitely from the South. I love me some cornbread too. Favorite movie?
It gotta be extra sweet though.
Yes. Oh, for real, like sweet and soft.
Because a lot of people, some people cornbread just be cornbread. No, I need a Sara Lee pound cake tasting kind of cornbread.
Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Oh, that's so hard. Selena.
Classic. Favorite place to shop?
Neiman's. Because I get a little bit of everything there.
Favorite shoe?
Favorite shoe? Some slides. Don't matter what kind, just some slides.
Can't go wrong with that. Favorite city to visit outside of your hometown?
Hawaii.
Ooh, which island?
I like Honolulu just because it's kind of more touristy, so it's easier to maneuver around. I like the other islands, but again, it's hard. Like when you go there, you gotta make sure you got your food, you gotta make sure, or you know how to maneuver, and like I travel a lot by myself or either with a big group of people, and sometimes that's not like the best move.
Wow. Okay. That's what's up right there. Well, look, as always, I appreciate your time. Congratulations on the song. I told Big earlier, I said I got it on all my biggest playlists. And then I'm going to put it on my Sirius XM station, Pandora now, so we can run up the numbers on the radio side too.
Thank you so much. Listen, one thing about you've been supporting from day one.
I still got my sweatshirt. I'm officially part of the mafia, so don't get it twisted.
The real one.
Nah,